Have you ever felt like you were created for more? Like there was a bigger purpose waiting for you to step into? Welcome to A Dose of Belief, the podcast that fuels your faith, sharpens your mindset, and equips you to boldly live in your purpose. Each week, I'll bring powerful insights, set up dynamic interviews with high achievers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who turn belief into breakthrough. This isn't just motivation, it's your weekly reminder that you were made to make a difference. I'm your host, Christian Martinez, and you are listening to A Dose of Belief. Welcome back to A Dose of Belief. This week, we're going to be talking about creating your power shift. Here are 4 leadership shifts that move you from reaction to ownership. Discipline, emotional control, and accountability. The intent behind this episode is to really give you the understanding that the real power is internal. I want you to learn how to respond, decide, regulate emotions, and hold yourself to a standard, especially when under pressure. Listen, power is not about control over people. It's about control over yourself, especially when pressure hits. So today, I'm going to share with you a few clips. And the first clip is going to come from Apollo 13. And really what we're thinking about is stop reacting and start owning the moment. Watch how leaders behave when everything goes wrong, but emotions stay in check. This clip again is from Apollo 13, and what happens is they're in space, they start to lose oxygen, they're having a problem, and mission control stays calm.
It's got to be the oxygen.
They understand that they can't panic, they can't blame, they have to have complete and total focus on what they can solve. What are they going to do, right? What is going to happen? We have to focus on the things that matter most. They don't just ask who caused it. They think about what they can control next. Energy spent on blaming others is energy stolen from the solution. So you have to focus on controlling the controllables. It's super important that in life, when things happen, when things don't go the way that you want them to go, that you understand that power doesn't show up in panic. It shows up in focus. You have to focus on controlling what you can control and move forward with integrity, with excellence, and with good character. The second thing that I want to talk to you about today, the second shift that I want you to start making with intentionality as you build your legacy is to set clear intentions for your day. You have to start proactive, not reactive. Don't just pick up your phone and respond to things, but really set your intentions for the day. What is it going to look like? This isn't intensity. This is about intention. So the second clip I want to share with you guys comes from the Equalizer. This is an older movie as well. So I went back into the archives. I want you to understand what visual discipline looks like, what calm structure looks like, what intentional living looks like. In this clip, he is going about his day, planning his day. Everything that he does is meticulous, and then he realizes that something's off, something feels off. He knows what everything should look like, what everything should feel like. So when you decide to start your day early and not drift into the day, you become a high performer. You don't just wake up hoping, you decide. You win the morning and you win the day. Now, I will tell you one of the best ways to do this is to win every second, every moment, every minute of the day by focusing on what's in front of you. Your day doesn't need motivation. It needs direction, and structure will create the space and the peace that you need to move from reaction to response. Man, you need to make sure that you have the things in motion to get you where you want to be. But what kinds of intentions are you setting for the day? This episode is brought to you by MD Wraps. If you are serious about how your vehicle looks, MD Wraps specializes in high quality, full vehicle wraps done with precision and care. Whether you're looking for racing stripes, custom design, or full installs, everything is lined up, cleaned, and detailed. What I really respect about MD Raps is that they're mobile. They come to you, they build real relationships, and stand behind their work 100%. When I first met Bryce, I was floored by his commitment and his level of excellence. Not only was he fast, but he also got my Jeep looking phenomenal. They use trusted materials like Avery, 3M, and KPMF, so your wrap doesn't just look good, it lasts. If you want your ride to stand out the right way, check out MD Raps and tell them a Dose of Belief sent you. The next clip that I want to share with you guys is coming from one of my favorite shows, and it's Chicago Med. Now, this is about responding instead of reacting. Your emotional control equals leadership control. This is what emotional strength actually looks like. When Dr. Goodwin in this scene says that I don't need to dignify that comment with a response, what she's trying to share is that she was meeting with this lady. This lady was one of her board members. The board member wanted to basically say that, oh, she picked somebody because she looked like Dr. Goodwin. And really, what this lady didn't know is Dr. Goodwin met with all of the candidates. She sat down with this lady's relative, and she realized that he didn't even want the job. He wanted to do something completely different outside of the field of medicine. And what Dr. Goodwin did was, instead of reacting like most of us do, she said, you know what? I'm not going to dignify that. What I think you should do is I think you should go talk to your nephew. You know, this is poise under pressure. No emotional escalation, just quiet authority. Ask yourself, am I responding or am I reacting? Power doesn't argue, power decides. I want you to pause and ask yourself, where is my leadership residing today? Are you reacting or are you surrendering? I need you to surrender, because the power in responding is completely calm and not loud. Power is controlled, and when you respond, you don't react. Sometimes, it depends on what's going on. Emotions can run high, and people sometimes may catch you off guard, and that's okay. But I need you to learn how to respond versus reacting. Don't let people get you out of your character. Now, the last clip that I want to share with you guys today is going to come from one of my favorite movies from 2025 and this week's featured film, which is Top Gun Maverick. Now, what happens in this clip that I'm going to show you is what happens when you have a standard of excellence. And when you say excellence is required to execute the mission, great teams don't just guess where they stand. They know where they stand. And in this clip in particular, they're in the training simulator, and they had just told Maverick that he wasn't going to be part of the simulation or part of the exercise anymore. And so what happens in this clip is the commander of the Top Gun program comes in and he changes the standard. He says the standard is now going to be 4 minutes. Now everybody responds in shock and awe, because they're like, wait a minute, you're going to lower the standard? If we do that, we're going to be sitting ducks, right? And this is important for you to understand where you stand and what the standards are. Sometimes we lower our expectations to, maybe feel comfortable, to do what we think is required. But I'm telling you, sometimes you have to push yourself to the next level. So what Maverick does is he comes in and he says, look, they're going to keep me out of this. Let me show them what it's going to take to actually win this mission and survive this mission, not just be a sacrificial pawn. Listen, what are you looking at? Are you looking at the scoreboard? Are you visibly tracking the metrics needed to set the clear standard for your team? Or are you guessing where you stand? I will tell you, if you are not measuring the things that you need to be successful, your success is actually going to become optional. I don't want that for you. You have to have standards and remove excuses. Accountability will accelerate your growth. Listen, prior to them actually coming into this program, they didn't believe that the mission was possible under the requirements that they had been set. And Maverick was telling them what the standard was. And then he went out and then he shattered that standard by showing them what it's going to take to accomplish the mission. Accountability isn't pressure. Some of us run from accountability. Some of us run from the standard of high excellence, from high pressure situations. But I want to tell you, accountability establishes clarity. What gets measured gets mastered. And the question is, are you mastering the things that are required to take you to the next level? Are you setting that standard of excellence for what's required for you to get to where you want to go to? You know, our bodies are designed to feel comfortable, and I want to encourage you to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Go outside your comfort zone. I will tell you, most people that have been in entrepreneurship, that have been in any level of growth, that are practicing for a team or applying to try out for a team, they get outside of their comfort level. They have to push themselves to the next level in order to reach an elite status. The question is, do you want to be average or do you want to be elite? Do you want to rise to the level of excellence that it's required to get to where you want to go? If the answer is yes, I challenge you to make the power shift that's going to take you to the next level. Now, if this episode sparked a power shift within you, share it with somebody who needs to reclaim control of their life right now. Your life is not over, but you need to get over yourself. It's time to go out and crush it. It's time to go out and dominate your space. When it's shared and lived out, you can tune in weekly for conversations that strengthen your mindset, sharpen your leadership, and encourage you to keep moving forward. And if this episode encouraged you, consider sharing it with someone who could use a reminder to believe again. If you'd like to go a step further, you can also become an impact sponsor, helping us continue this work beyond the podcast. Through your support, we help feed the homeless, partner with schools to provide leadership training, and create opportunities that truly make an impact. And if you're ready to deepen your own belief, consider grabbing a copy of Unstoppable Belief, available at unstoppablebelief.com or on Amazon. Thank you for being a part of this community. Until next time, keep believing, keep growing, and keep moving forward.